Right. Okay. So as I was sharing, we started working with children about 27 years back, and a lot of things we learned from them. Two things I want to share here among so many other things that we learned from them. The first thing, perhaps one of the most important thing we learned from them, is that children like to do what they like to do. Yeah. Now this may sound very funny. Children like to do what they like to. Yeah. And in fact, most of the adults also, most of us also like to do what we like to do. Yeah. Now, this isn't something which we see in the education system. There, you are supposed to do what somebody else tells you to do, not what you like to do necessarily. If you happen to like to do what they are telling, then you are supposed to be A plus student. But if you don't like what they like doing, but then there is a problem. But inherently, we all like doing what we like doing, and we can immerse ourselves. We can spend a lot of time, effort into what we like doing. So that's the important part. Uh, the second thing that we learned from the children is that they have all the resources that they need to learn something. Now, this surprises many people. We are not talking about outside resources like books or other physical resources. No, no, no. We are not saying we have all the resources. Nobody has all the resources. But we are talking about internal resources, the ability to think, the ability to persist, the ability to solve, the ability to create, the abilities, and so on. There are so many abilities in us. So the whole idea was, hey, if the children have all the abilities to learn, all the abilities to create what they want to create in their life, then why don't we use those abilities? Why do we say, no, now you sit and tell and do what I want you to do? Yeah. In fact, one of the best examples of children having all the resources is their ability to, let's say, master one mother tongue. They learn a complete language without being taught, just by the languages being in the surrounding. Nobody teaches them the grammar or how to make a sentence or vocabulary, but they figure out everything. So if they can figure out a language, and sometimes even two, three languages, then they can literally figure out anything. Obviously, we need to give them the time and space for that. So if you look at these two insights that we got from the children, they are huge. They are totally opposite to the conventional education system, and that's when we decided that we want to set up a kind of a space where children can actually do what they like doing and do through their own resources, including including when they want, they can get somebody to teach them. There's nothing wrong in being taught, but it should come from the child that I want to learn this either by observing somebody or asking somebody or doing with somebody. So that is how um, our journey started, right? And that is how Aarohi was formed. Um, Obviously, initially with our own children, our daughter was the first you can say the child as part of Aarohi. And actually, my daughter is now 27, my son is 21, and they're both not gone to school, no 10th, no 12th. They've not gone to any college. They don't have any degrees, and they are professionals in their own field, and they're enjoying their life doing what they like doing, even at this age, and all throughout their education journey. Yeah. So their whole life has been all about doing things that they like doing, and then using all their resources to be able to do it. Yeah. So that's little brief about how ROE started, and about my two children. Obviously, I've had the fortune of working with thousands of children, thousands of families in this little journey that we have had. And let me share a small presentation to help you little understand. I'm only using the word little understand because it will definitely take more time to understand. So little I'll share through the presentation, and rest you can ask as many questions as you want to. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I want to start by talking about what we call as child-based education. People use different terms. Somebody says homeschooling, unschooling, open learning, free education, open schooling. Uh, any of these terms are fine. We want to call it child-based education, but because it is actually based not just on the child's interest, on the child's energies and abilities, but also allows the child to lead himself and herself. That's the important thing. They are leaders when they are 1 and 2 years, 3 years old, because they lead you, they tell you when they are hungry, when they want to sleep, when they want to play, with what they want to play. In the same way, as they grow older, they are equally strong leaders. Yeah. And that is the beauty of child-based education. That's the child is the leader of his or her life and education. Yeah. Now, when we talk about child-based education, obviously this is in opposition to or the other end of the spectrum to curriculum-based. In curriculum-based education, you have subject, somebody else decides the curriculum, and you have to follow the curriculum. In child-based education, well, the first thing is there is no curriculum. So people ask, hey, what's the curriculum then? How will children learn? Or what will children learn, rather? And the important point is, well, the children will learn what they want to learn. As simple as that, right? So it is typically driven by what that child is interested in. Somebody may be interested in football, somebody may be interested in crochet, somebody may be interested in making things out of electronics, somebody just wants to, ride the bike all for hours around, and so on and so forth. So it's built around the child's interest, much like when they are very young, they typically lead their interests. If they want to play with ball, they can play with ball, and we allow them to play with ball. We don't say no, 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 no. If they like to read books, we allow them to read books. If they want to paint, we allow them to paint. So then we are saying, okay, when the child is small, it's built around the child's interest. Now we are saying that doesn't need to change. It can continue, much like at this age also. Me and you would like as adults to do what is our interest. Yeah. And a lot of us leave jobs, change jobs, because we are interested in something else, right? The biggest thing about the curriculum being built around the child interest is that the child really enjoys doing. So the life, especially this education life, is full of joy and exploration and immersion, where the child is actually able to do what the child likes doing. The child likes to dance, the child can literally dance the whole day. In any case, in today's world, life is not defined by a few subjects. You can literally be master of one thing and excel in that, and that can be your professional journey throughout your life. So that's the first point when people ask, hey, what's the curriculum? The second thing, then people say, oh, so there is all the freedom, so there is no structure. We say, no, 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 no. There's a lot of structure. Just that the structure is built by the child. The child decides, hey, what all I want to do today. So somebody, a younger child will be planning for today. An older child will plan for a week, for a month, and even for 6 months or for a year, depending on the age of the child, or how much the child wants to plan. But the whole important thing is the child creates his or her own structure. And this becomes the whole map that the child has in his mind or her mind of what the education means to this child today. Obviously, the planning and creating this structure there's a lot of support by parents and the Aarohi community and all of us. But the real owner is the child. Yeah, it's also very dynamic because children, as they grow, their interests change, so their plans change. For younger children, the plan may even change in a daily, hourly, even sometimes minute basis. And as the children grow older, let's say become teenagers, their plans become more stable and they spend more and more time into things that they really like doing. So that's the structure and the plan. The third thing, people ask, hey, but how will they learn? Where are the teachers? And we say, the whole world is a teacher for them. They can decide who will teach them if they want something to teach them. But the most important thing that teaches them is doing. It's just like how we learned cooking or how we learn so many things. Even on the job, we say, hey, we learned on the job, because that's where we actually do, and that's why we learn. right? Not in theory in college, but we actually learned on the job. It's the same with children, because it's meaningful, because it's doing based. And the children can all use all kinds of resources. They can use internet, YouTube, books, friends, peers, uncles, aunties, whoever they want to learn with or from. Yeah. And that is how it's natural. That's how the child learn mother tongue, by listening to whoever is around them. Yeah. So it's very, very natural way to learn. The fourth thing people ask, about what about assessment? What exam they will give? And we say there's no need of exam unless you consider doing itself as an exam, because doing is not easy. You may want to bake a cake and the cake may burn. So the cake became an exam, and you failed if you burnt it today. But you will try it again. That's the beauty of it. There's another exam whenever I want to try it out again. So there's a lot of self reflection. Hey, what happened? What did I like? What did I not like? What worked? What did not work? There is a lot of tracking of progress, a lot of seeking feedback. The whole idea is that I build myself, one brick at a time. And that's why we are growing from inside out. Yeah, that's the most powerful part of child based education, that the child becomes powerful from inside. Because the child is not growing from outside. People are not telling him whether you are good or not. The child knows, today I'm terrible at baking, but tomorrow I'll do it again and again and again till I become better at it, and how much ever better I want to become. So there is a lot of confidence, there is a lot of strength that the child develops inside oneself. Uh, Also, a lot of people ask us, "Hey, well, what about job? What about profession?" And we say all the options are available to the child. The child can get into back into school, or give 10th and 12th, get into a degree, get into a college. Absolutely, that's available. At the same time, the choices of not doing 10, 12 degrees also available. So it's up to the child. The child decides. It's not that we are closing any options. In fact, we are only opening more options. So that is what child-based education is all about. Not closing anything, but opening more and more possibilities. But the best part is that the world is ready. The today's professional world, today's industry loves these kind of people who have done their education journey on their own, who have put in effort, who have grilled themselves, and who have not learned out of some paper, but out of their own doing. So the what we call as the the preference of people is very high in the industry for people who have built themselves. So there's a lot of respect and a lot of opportunities for children who have done child-based education. You call it homeschooling, unschooling, open learning, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So this is a little about child-based education. How does Aarohi puts it in practice? As an overview, the first and the most important thing we do is we connect with the child. So each child is an education system by itself. Each child is different, and we connect with that child's way of learning, style of learning, interests, strengths, capabilities. So we are not generalizing anything. It's not like everybody will learn it the same way. Yeah. Uh, so each child in a day decides what all I want to do, then thinks how I want to do, which is what we call as design. That okay, which resources will I use, with whom will I learn, how much will I learn, or whatever, how much will I do, and then goes about and does doing it, and then reflects. And this cycle continues, deciding, designing, doing, reflecting, deciding, designing, doing, reflecting, continues throughout the day, week, month, year. Actually, life, if you see, as adults we are doing the same thing. We are deciding what we want to do. We are thinking what resources we need, why, when we will do, how much we need to do, and so on. Then we actually do it, and then we reflect back and think, hey, how was my day, and what I did? Do I need to learn more? Do I need to do a workshop? Do I join a course? Do I ask somebody to help me or guide me, and so on? It's the same way children learn. So it's exactly the same way we all learn, actually. Yeah. So quickly again, specific to how it works at Aarohi, uh, a child will create their own dynamic learning plan. Somebody will choose gardening, somebody may choose games, somebody may choose cooking, somebody may choose writing. So they all decide what each one wants to do. Typically, a child will have a whole lot of things during a day. I want to do this also, this also, this also. And as they grow older, they may choose more time on fewer things. Initially, a lot of exploration. Yeah. The second thing that happens is there's a lot of matching to their needs. There's a lot of creation of projects, resources, people, connecting with different people. So if you think in terms of, hey, who will guide me, mentor me, teach me, there's thousands of people, and I can choose. I can connect with whomever, maybe on a YouTube, maybe on a call, maybe in person. It all depends. It's like if I want to learn how to do baking, why don't I go to the bakery near my house and connect with the baker uncle there? Like that. So there's a lot of matching of the resources, and the resources are all available. The whole world is our classroom, right? We don't have to be limited to one space, one kind of people. The third thing is we have a lot of exposure. The children have a lot of exposure to actual real world. They travel a lot, meet a lot of people, do a lot of things with the world, all kinds of things, so that they experience this world and all the possibilities, because the world has got millions of professions, not some 10, 15 professions, but millions of professions that are available in today's life. The fourth thing is, while the child experiences and explores the world outside, the child also works a lot on inside. My emotions, my intelligence, my thinking, my relationship, my friends, my own leading myself, and so on. So there's a lot of work on the inside world. It's outside world and there is inside world, and we work on both of them. And finally, as I was talking about, that if the child does not want to give 10, 12, or does not want degree, but wants to do this passion to profession journey, then we have a whole way of children doing actual real world industry experience by doing projects, by working with companies in internships, by working with people as apprentice, and so on, and building their career choices based on experience rather than just theory. So that's the passion to profession point. So this just in brief. If you have questions, we can soon you can soon ask me a lot of questions. Just a clarification: the child can anyway go back to 10 to give 10, 10, 10, 12, and go into college system, or the child can continue without 10, 12, without any exams, to build one's professional skills in the world by doing the work in the world. Yeah. So, what is Aarohi? Aarohi is not a school, it is a community of families who are doing this for so many years. Aarohi started in 2008 officially, so it's about 17 years. Um, the options that Aarohi gives you, the first option is we have a campus. This campus is near Bangalore, about 60 kilometers, but it's in a rural setting and it falls under Tamil Nadu. So it's a residential campus spread over 5 acres, but in a kind of a wild kind of a space. So we all live together. The children, if parent wants to join in, great. Parents can also come and stay, and all of us adults, and we all live together. We all eat together. We all do a lot of all the things together. Literally clean together, play together, and obviously different children will do different things during a day, during a week, based on their interests. So children 8 and 9 plus up to 21 years can stay here by themselves, and parent can keep visiting them whenever they want. Younger children, if you want to leave the campus, then we have a concept of parent child coming 1 week in a month. Yeah, that's called the parent child combination. That's for the younger children because they want in with that. This is if you want the child to be at Aarohi campus. Uh, if you are interested in the child joining at Aarohi campus, then we have a special invitation for you. Come over and stay with us for a week. Yeah, and experience Aarohi campus and experience how we do this together. Not only will that be in 1 week will be a very rich experience for you, especially as a parent, but your child will also enjoy it, and then you can decide if you want to take this forward. So there is no hurry to sign up for anything. It's more important to experience and enjoy and come and understand how Aarohi works. I've been only talking, you have only been listening. We welcome you to experience it. However, if you don't want to be part of the campus, you are in another city, or your child is smaller, and but you still want to be part of this lovely group of families, then we have an online parents cohort. Cohort means a group, a close knit group, which meets every week, minimum twice a week, sometimes more, and on a daily basis exchange a lot of thoughts, and we all learn from each other. So different families with different ages of children, we are all learning from each other, guiding, mentoring, supporting each other, and you can then work with your child at home. So deep cohort is for parents, it's not for children. You work with the child and we support you. So that's the whole idea of Aarohi Deep. So this is especially for families who can't be part of the Aarohi campus. Yeah. We also have a program called Jagrati, which we think is like an opening up. It's like saying that, hey, before I work with the child, I need to work on myself. I need to open up to this wonderful world of possibilities, both in this world as well as inside the child. So this is what this Jagrati program does, and I would say it's like a must do, kind of a recommended program for everybody who wants to deeply work with their child, right? So this is a small program, just 11 sessions. These are online, again, for parents. Yeah. And we have another batch coming up in June. We started this program in 2002, and this is the 67th batch that we will be doing. So this is highly recommended for all the parents. Yeah. I just also wanted to quickly give you how the whole journey happens, especially if your child is at a certain age. So when children are very young, they're primarily looking for lots and lots of exposure, and that's what becomes our role, to give them a lot of exposure. This could be when children from 0 to, let's say, 7, 8 years. As they become older, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they still look for a lot of exposure, but they start exploring things based on their interest, going little deeper. Somebody will be making boats, so somebody will be doing crochet, so somebody will be baking, and so on. So this is the age of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, up to, let's say, easily 14, 15, 16. Then the next stage is, that is especially for teenagers, is the stage of expertise, where now they start choosing fewer fields and they start going deeper into it. We call it deep dive. So these children start deep diving, start working with industry, and start choosing their domain over a period of time. So children 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, they will all start working on expertise. And over these years, they will choose their domain, they will choose their field, and then we'll move on to what we call as the enterprise stage, where they'll start earning and start becoming a professional. So this is how a whole journey happens. Unlike classes and all of that, as it happens in school and college system, this is like how the journey happens for children in child-based education. Yeah, from younger age. But please realize, even in expertise and enterprise age, the exploration and exposure continues. In fact, it continues for all of us, even at our age. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I wanted to quickly share. I just wanted to end this by saying, hey, the whole idea is to build the child so strong from inside that the child will automatically enjoy doing what the child does without being afraid of anything, because the world is a dynamic place, future is all the time changing. But the child, if the child is strong and knows his or her strength, then can easily convert all of that into opportunities. And that's the whole idea of child based education, because each child has that strength. We just need to work on it, discover it, develop it, and that is what we do. Yeah. So let me pause here and yeah, invite you all. You can come on video, mic. We can have a little discussion, chit chat. You can ask me questions, irrespective of what is the child's age, and yeah, we can discuss more. Um, and here is where you can share more about what you are looking for, more about your child. And even if you have your child with you, the child can also ask a question. So please come on video. I like this visual connect, and I would be able to see how best I can answer you, or we can have a discussion. Yeah. So open for your questions and thoughts.
Yeah, it's a nice session. Thank you very much. This session itself is a little bit enlightenment for us. Yeah, I can
Thank you.
totally understand the what we have a problem here is we always worry that what if we send a child to this self education or whatever Arohi life education, or what will happen to my child if they are not um, doing a normal education system. For
Hmm.
example, they will go, they will play, they will learn something, and it is not like every child will catch that concept of self learning and self sustaining.
Hmm.
So what if the child not catching up that type of education what you are talking about, and what if she want to come back to the normal education, there will be a gap, right? What will happen to that gap?
No, no,
And
no. There's no gap. There's no gap. That's your
okay,
assumption that there is a gap. There's no gap. If a 9 years old wants to go back to school, the child will join at whatever equivalent to 9 years, fourth standard, let's say. So
okay,
there is no absolutely no gap. Nobody loses anything.
uh,
And the other thing I want to I want to ask you is, why do you think that the child will not like this kind of education? Because if you really think about it, this is the most natural kind
yeah,
of education. This is how we all learn, even as an adult, even as a toddler. Now, what is in between is the schooling and college years.
yeah,
We
yeah,
are saying, okay, how you are learning as a small child, leave that, and we have a system for you. I'm not saying that system there's anything wrong or right. Whoever prefers that, that system already exists. Yeah. So
hmm,
it is
yeah,
not a. It is usually the children who go back into schooling or go back into college are more going out of fear. Either the parents are anxious, or the children themselves have been
yeah,
made to be anxious.
yeah, I
But
totally
but in
agree
any
with
case,
you.
if the child
Yeah,
wants to go back, if the child wants to go back into school and college, the child doesn't lose anything. The
okay.
child can easily go back to school or college system at any point of time.
Yeah, I totally understand. The job what I am doing right now is the same work I can teach to a 10th class student for 6 months, and the same student can able to do my job. Maybe they cannot replace my
Sure.
experience, but they can do the job what I did, what I'm doing right now. That confidence I have. The only worry is like we are not used to this type of education. So yeah, always the question comes, what will happen? What will happen? What
That's
if she
incorrect,
want?
actually. Ramakrishna, wait, pause,
Yeah,
pause, pause, pause,
yeah,
Ramakrishna,
yeah.
pause. You're saying you are not used to it. I'm saying that is a wrong statement.
Okay.
Okay. As I was clarifying, first of all, look at the child's first few years. The first few years, that's how the child learns everything,
Mm.
right from learning how to walk, to talk, to eat, to do everything. The child is learning by just doing things. And that is how we learn when we step out of college. All our jobs, all our work, we have learned by doing. And even at 57, I'm learning things by doing things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether you are learning AI or whether you learned something else new recently, you learned it by doing. So, what I'm trying to tell you is that this is the most normal, natural way in which we all learn. So, when you say that we are not used to it, that's incorrect. That is the most important thing we are used to.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Got
it
it.
is just that system we have followed, where we think that only that system will give us something. That's the
Mm.
only notion we need to break. And we need to realize that there is another system, and the system is inside each child. Now, what is more important is to subscribe to the outside system, or to subscribe to the inside system which the child is born with. And each child is different. How you learn is different. How your wife will learn is different. How your brother learns is different. And that is why the system is important. So, which is why
Okay.
I'm trying to say that no, it is not that this is a new system. This is the core system of learning.
Okay.
Yeah, if we recognize that, then there is nothing to worry. Absolutely
No,
nothing to worry.
no,
In fact,
my
the
way.
whole system, the
Uh,
whole conventional system is based on worrying. Keep worrying and give that worry also to children. Keep that fear also to children. We've created a system of worry, fear, comparison. Why? So we have to
Yeah,
think
I
about
totally
that.
understand. See, what I mean to say is maybe it has portrayed in a different way. What I mean to say is, okay, 2 3 years I leave my kid into the ROF life education. What if she want to write a 10th exam? If she
Yeah, I
suddenly said,
already
okay,
shared with you. If the child wants
mm,
to write, the child will write. What makes you think that the child cannot write that exam? There are
because
children who have never
because
been to school,
the,
have prepared in
this
8 months and given the 10th examination.
okay, okay, okay,
That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. It is the child who will prepare because the child wants to give the examination. The child who is giving the examination because he or she wants to give an examination, then there is no stopping the child. I'll give you one example. There's this boy called Imad. At 17, he suddenly decided that he wants to become a pilot. Now he found out that to become a pilot he needs to give 10th and 12th in India. That's mandatory. Okay, so he suddenly decided he has to give 10th, and in 8 months he prepared for 10th and he gave 10th, and next through NIOS, and next year within 1 year he gave 12th also. So you
okay.
see, but how could he do it? Not because he was extra smart or anything, but because he wanted to give that exam because he wanted to become the pilot.
Ah,
It was none
got
of us nor his parents were pushing him. That's the difference. The child becomes the leader of his or her dreams, his or her plans, his or her aspirations, even for a day and even for a life. If we understand that, then you have understand child-based education. Yeah. So please, for a moment, stop worrying, stop thinking out of worry, start thinking about from the child's perspective. First, look, let's understand how the child is operating, how my child is operating. We are giving all the importance to the rest of the world. We're not giving importance to our child, right? So I'm inviting everybody here. Since you are here and we are talking about child based education, give importance to the child. Right? You have not given birth to a system, you haven't given birth to a child. Let's focus on the child. Let's not focus on the system. Whatever the child needs out of the system, the child will take. The system is available. All kinds of systems are available. There's no dearth of options and opportunities in this world. Right?
yeah.
The only thing is, do we want to live or give the child a parent who's full of worry and concern, or who is full of joy for doing, exploring, and building ourselves? So that's something we all need to decide.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I got it.
More
But I
questions?
have
More
one
people?
last question.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to take others' questions as well. One last question is, I have two kids. Okay, the one which is about 10 years, I know that I can keep my child there without parent support. But what will happen to
Mm.
my younger one?
Yeah.
That I can't leave them, right?
I
Someone has.
would suggest, I would suggest, don't hurry right now.
Okay,
You have two children, keep both of them at home. They can do it at home. You don't have to put them at campus. Your home is a beautiful campus. Okay. When one starts thinking of the home itself is a beautiful campus, then you can create that. That is where the deep program comes in, where which will help you not just the 10-year-old but also the 1-year-old. Right?
okay,
So it's not necessary. Don't jump. Obviously, the 1-year-old will benefit from the 10-year-old, and the 10-year-old will benefit from the 1 year or whatever younger's age. Sorry, I forgot the age. What I'm trying to say is that both the children together is a beautiful combination. Right? You have a campus at home. Build that. Work on that. Enjoy that. You both will learn. Parents will learn more than the children. Enjoy that. Right? It's
mhm,
so much fun. The family doing it together. So that is why I'm saying. And uh, it is not necessary for everybody to join at campus. Whoever is wanting to, most welcome. Whoever wants to do it from home, most welcome. We are there to support you. The whole community is there of people, of families who are doing this. That's the whole idea. That's where the deep program comes. Yeah. Let me
okay.
share the link of the deep program also, and you see what and how things you would like to take. Yeah. More people, more questions.
Yeah, as I have.
Okay,
Uh,
Raju is. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Arpana. Sorry.
yeah, my baby is like 14 months old. So, like, I want to know, like, how do we create the learning environment at home? Like, he's still
for
learning.
a
He's still
14
learning a
for a
lot. Yes,
14
he's
month old,
14.
yes.
He's
Uh,
still learning a lot of things at
uh,
very fast
at
speed, and I'm very
yes,
happy with
yes,
that.
yes. Wait. I want to tell you how, who will, rather, not how, who will create a learning environment. You know who will
Sorry?
create the learning environment? Child. He or she is already doing it. Your
Yes.
child will create the learning environment. You don't need to create.
Oh.
In fact, the child is already creating his or her learning environment. Okay, it is not your responsibility. The child is born with the abilities to create what he or she wants. If she or she wants something, she will ask you. You don't need to do anything. You need to first understand what that child needs, what your child needs. The child will show you the way. I keep telling people, especially with younger children, you have a guru at home. Are you ready to be his disciple or her disciple? We think we have the responsibility. No. Shift the responsibility. The child has the responsibility. We are the ones who need to learn. Which is why I would invite you first, Arpana, to the Jagriti program. First, understand how we can understand the child. Once we understand the child, it's very, very fun and easy and joyful to work with the child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm saying there's no need to create any environment. The environment is all
So,
there. We don't need to create
like,
anything.
well, the main thing was like how to expose him to various.
You don't need to. That is what I'm trying to say. Please get exposed to your child. We are thinking all the things are outside. No, that all the things are inside. But
Okay.
first, we have to observe the child for that. We have to understand the child. What is it that my child is liking? How is he doing? Where does he want to go? What does he want to do? He will show you the way, or she will show you the way. Are we
Like
ready to
right
be this?
now, he is busy in like opening the caps of the
There you go.
bottle.
See, he's already figuring out. Why do you need to think about that? You don't need to think about opening bottles, right? He will open the bottles till he, and one fine day he will stop opening the bottles and start doing something else, right?
How
So
but
that's what
at
I'm trying
home
to.
we can't provide na, all the like okay he will learn all the things
You
at
can.
home
There
in
is.
real
You
life
don't
which we
have
are
to. You don't
doing.
have to. Wait. No. I never said at home. Okay.
Mhm.
Which is your home? Is your house your home or this world is your home? Please decide that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Your
I
child is
was
not born in your house. The child is born in this world.
well.
The whole world is child's. The child can travel anywhere, the child can connect with anybody as the child grows. Right now, the child's campus might more be the house and little bit wherever you travel with him. But slowly, that circle will increase automatically, right? So don't think that your house is the campus. No. This beautiful
Uh,
whole world is yours. We tell every child, you are the center of the universe. Everything is available to you. You can connect with somebody in Australia. You can learn from somebody who made some video in Egypt. You can dance on a dance which was danced in Scotland. Where is it stopping you? The whole world is yours. The whole country is yours. The whole city is yours. Go to a bakery down the road and learn from them. There was one child who went and worked with a lady to sell vegetables on the footpath and had an experience of 15 days selling vegetables with that, some 9-year-old. Right? So anything is possible. We think learning only happens in this way or that way. No. Learning happens in million ways. Yeah, which is why I'm saying to all of you, okay, let's understand the child. The child will show us the way. What is he wanting to do? How is she wanting to learn? And that is so beautiful. Yeah.
okay.
So that,
So
I
can
would
we visit
recommend
the campus with
to
1 year old?
everybody here start one strong recommendation. Yeah. Sorry, somebody was
Ratnesh,
saying something.
yeah, Ratnesh, your voice is breaking.
Yeah.
So I am saying,
Okay.
ki, can I visit the campus with my 1 year
I
old?
will try and improve. Okay. You wanted to say that you want to visit the campus with your 1 year old. I will say, no, 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 no. Right now, that's not the time to visit. Right now, the time is to visit your child. I'm still telling you, we are not visiting our children. We think we are visiting, but I'm telling you, you are not. You come to the Jagrati program, and I'll show you so many things which we are not observing, which we are not noticing, which we are not learning about our child. Why? You know why? Not because the child is not showing us, because we are so full of our thoughts. We are thinking, how will he learn maths? How will he learn language? How will he learn this? How will she learn this? No, our mind is too busy. We need to pause it and actually go along with the child. Yeah. And then see what does this child needs. Like Raju is talking about his 5-year-old who's being uh, right beating up by the school. So Raju, I don't know how do you convey to the school. That is not my job to convey anything to the school. I can only tell you how you can work with your child. Yeah. Finally, if you like the school, don't like the school, that is your choice. Yeah. So the important thing is to connect with the child, is to understand the child, and to see how you can create those so many opportunities at home. In fact, if you are already working with your child at home, then there is another program that we have. I'll share with you. It's a small workshop. It's an online thing which is available like a on demand basis, as in you can do that workshop at any point of time. It's not a conducted session. These are recorded sessions. Okay, we call it how to do homeschooling, unschooling, open learning. If you are interested, do that just to understand, hey, what all can be done just at the home. I'm not using the word house, because house is just one small place. But the moment we say home, uh, now the definition of home is very, very big and very, very beautiful, right? The park near your house, another city, your native, your relative's place, everything is part of your home, or at least your child's home. So let me just give it is, yeah, this is a workshop that we conducted some time back, and now it's available as an on-demand course. You can just buy it today and finish it off in 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, how much ever time you want to take. But that it is simply called how to do open learning at home, and you will get an idea. But this is for how. But more important is to understand the child, which is the Jagrati program. Let me share that also. I would suggest, whether you do this or not, I would suggest everybody should do the Jagrati program, because Jagrati program is not about the child; it's about us. It's about how we
Mhm.
understand the child. Yeah, let me share that link also. Just one moment. Yeah. Meanwhile, somebody else has a question, thought. Um,
Sir, can I add? I'm
yeah, please,
Kavita.
please, please. Yes, Kavita.
I'm very impressed about the concepts that you are saying now. I'm also trying to understand it better. But certain aspects like yes, understand your child, know what he wants to learn, all that seems quite interesting also. But the point is sometimes they are also wanting to learn very risky things. Like at
Sure,
14 years wants to drive a car, at
sure.
14 years wants to
No,
drive the speedest bike. I am really at a loss of how do we handle such kind of interest.
right, right, right. No, 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 no. We don't need to handle anything, right? That is for him or her to handle. The idea is to first understand what is the fire in the eye, see how do we walk that. He also knows that he can't do this, because that's not something that is legally allowed for a 14-year-old to drive a bike, let's say, on a racing track. Yeah. Or even on the road, for that matter. So the idea is not to break any rules. The idea is to first understand the energy that the child has, and what is it that the child, how can the child channelize that energy, right? His love for whether bikes or whatever it is. That's just one
Right, because
example
what
that you
I've
took. Yeah, go ahead,
yeah,
please
the
continue.
certain things are very risky. The
Yes,
ones
yes,
that they
yes.
would love to are sounding
No, no, the
risky.
risky is in
So
your mind first of all.
risk is for the world also, right? It, because what has happened is that I've seen him like when I told him like we will teach you when you get the right time. But then we
First of
found
all,
that,
okay,
through his
it's
time we
risky
have
for you
learned.
to do anything illegal,
Yes,
right?
so it's
Yes,
risky
yes.
for
So
him and
that's a
for the
different
world
issue.
and for
That's
the
not
people
something to do with
surrounding
risky.
environments,
That's
for everybody, no? So,
absolutely,
so, so that
absolutely.
is,
You're coming with
huh,
very specific. And who is responsible for that?
and that is what I'm trying to understand now. Earlier, we thought it is our responsibility to teach them,
For his.
or is it the child's responsibility to know
Wait,
it?
wait, 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 wait. Here again. we- No, 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 no. So you have a problem. You want a
No,
solution.
no,
I
it's not a
don't have a
problem or a solution.
solution,
I'm just trying
but
to.
I have something else. Wait,
Uh,
wait, 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 wait. Yeah, based on what you have shared, think about it. I'm again saying what you are sharing with me is good. It just shows how excited he is about something, in this case about bikes. Yes, it is risky, there is no doubt about that. Okay, and I'm not trying to say we should allow him to ride the bikes. That's not the point. That is where he needs to start taking the responsibility of his safety, others safety, what he's supposed to do at this age. And he will be. We have to understand where is he, and we have to help him understand how he can take responsibility of his interest. When he sees that his interest is valued, he will go along with that, right?
okay.
Problems will come. I'm not trying to say that just because the child, we are allowing the child to do things with his interest, everything will be okay, everything will be simple. No, 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 no. In fact, there will be all kinds of challenges. You're talking about a safety challenge, or it could be that the child is not able to do something and is
Ratneshi, we are losing you. Hello?
able to do something and is problems are good. That is how the child starts. Are you able to hear me?
The last bit
Hello.
of it, I couldn't hear. Hello?
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I think the connection today is not so good. Um,
No, no problem. You can just repeat. I think now it's fine.
right. What I'm trying to say is all kinds of problems will come. It is not what you are calling as problems, what I call like to call them as challenges. In this case,
Okay.
safety is a challenge. Why not? Safety is a challenge. Anything can be a challenge. Child being frustrated about something can be a challenge. Child not able to do something can be a challenge. But all these challenges are opportunities for the child to understand himself and the world. So you are looking at it as a problem. I am looking at it as an opportunity. It's an opportunity for him to understand safety, not just his safety, everybody else's safety, and also more deeply understand his interest. So, are you realizing that it is the child is by nature to be unsafe? The child is only exploring his interest. It's just like a 1-year-old maybe wanting to put the finger inside the socket, right? That is also
Okay.
unsafe. So it's not that at 1-year-old child will not be unsafe, and only at 14 the child will say do unsafe. At any age, at 57 I can do something unsafe also. So the whole idea is not about safety. It's about each of these things. The child putting finger in the socket is an opportunity for the child to understand how is this dangerous. Child riding bike at the 14 is an opportunity for him to understand what is safety and what is his responsibility. And if you are saying, will he learn responsibility? I say, exactly. In any case, he is responsible for what he is doing. Even if you say, no, he can still go ahead and do it, right, with his friends. So you don't have control. He has to build that. Even if it is right now not, that is an opportunity to develop that. And that is a beautiful opportunity. So in Arohi, we consider every problem or so-called problem as opportunity, or whatever is happening is a curriculum. If the child is doing something unsafe, that is a curriculum. It's a curriculum for him to learn a responsibility, isn't it? In conventional education, only some subjects are curriculum. Here, everything that is happening in life is curriculum. That's why we call it life education. Yeah, because everything is a curriculum. Everything is to be learned. Responsibility, safety, let's say kindness, perseverance, all of these things are something to be learned, something to be explored. They don't just come as a package that you open it and done. And that is what is education according to us.
Okay.
Yeah, so education is not just defined by somebody who said that maths is a curriculum or whatever, history is a curriculum. No, in fact, we hardly use maths in our day-to-day life. Very little. Some preliminary calculations is maximum that most of us use. Huh? So in a way, all the time spent on maths is not really required if you look at it. But do we understand safety? Have we learned safety, which we are dealing with in the whole of our life? Do we even know what to do if somebody gets a burn or somebody gets this or somebody gets that? So safety can be a beautiful curriculum. And just one example, since you brought up safety, I can bring in thousands of such examples of what can be part of the child's learning. Let's say conflict, let's say handling my emotions, let's say taking up my responsibility. All of that is curriculum because all of that is happening inside me.
To agree, life skills. These are the life skills that are more important than the
Yeah,
other
I
curriculum
think
that we really
let's
learn
not
at the
call them
school.
as life skills. Everything is a life skill. If I'm
Right.
living life on that, okay. If you go to A.R. Rahman, you don't call him extracurricular. You say, hello, Mr. Extracurricular. You don't meet A.R. Rahman like that. He's not extracurricular. For him, music is his life. Music is his life. So let's not even divide things like this is that kind of skills, this is that. Let's just realize that each child has his own journey, has a unique individual, and will evolve into a is evolving at every on an everyday basis into the unique self that he is. It's not one static self. It's a constantly evolving kind of a formula which is growing, which we call as evolving. If you actually know, Aarohi as a word means to evolve. Avro in music, you evolve up. So it means to evolve in Sanskrit. So that is what we are saying. So the child is constantly evolving, and that is the education. Okay, inviting more questions, people who have not asked. We have Anandmaya, we have Chaitra, we have more people today. Ravi Goyal, Raju asked a question, but I don't know if that question is relevant to us. But if you have anything else, you can ask. So people can come on video. You can ask me questions or audio, or you can ask in chat also. That's also okay. We are nearing 6. Yeah, we have actually reached 6. Maybe I can take one or two last questions if anybody has anything else. I just wanted to re-emphasize that people who are interested in the Aarohi campus, one of the things that we would like you to do is come over, stay a week with us, and understand, right? Um, for people who are, I've given the link of the experience week. Um, sorry, I think that's a wrong link. Just give me a moment. I will give you the right link. Um,
G,
the
you're able to hear me?
yes,
Okay. No, if we have to come there, where is will you be closed in May?
yeah, I will. You please go to this link. The previous link was incorrect. You please go to this link. You will get all the details. Yes, we are closed in May. You will get options of June and July. You can come, you can experience, and at that time, if you want to the child to join, you can still join. Yeah,
Okay.
after the
Yeah.
experience week only. So that experience is mandatory for people to join the campus. Now, for people with younger children, somebody Raju had 5-year-old, Arpana has a 1-year-old, and so on. I think Ramakrishna has a 10 and a younger child. Okay, you can maybe start with this program that I told you how to do homeschooling, unschooling, open learning at your home, or you can start with Jagrati. Um, any which way, I always say definitely do Jagrati because that is like waking up. That's like opening up so many perspectives through which you can understand the child, and that's very, very important. And also understand yourself as a parent, which is even more important, because the most important environment for your child is not the house, not the home, the parent. The parent is the most important environment, right? So we have to work on ourselves first before we even work on anything else. Yeah. So that's Jagrati for you. So you can choose any of these. Jagrati will start in June. If you don't want to wait till June, if you say, okay, June I'll do Jagrati, but before that, what I can do, I would say the first link which I have shared with you, that's the program which you can start off today. It's an on-demand program, so you can get get an idea about how I can do at home. Um, yeah. Any thoughts, any questions, Anand? I'm just addressing you because I did not hear from you after we started. Maybe this is not what you were looking at, or maybe this is too much information at the same time. Maybe you want to take time, digest this, and come back to us. However, whatever works for you. Yeah, Kavita, you have any more questions you can ask? I can take maybe one or two more questions and then we can close for today. We are there every Saturday. So if you have any questions, you can let me you can join again. You can also connect with us one to one and see if you would like some. If you have a very specific uh, question about being part of campus or being part of any of our programs. What you have to keep in mind that all of us here, and we are a fairly big community, so many families, all of us have walked this journey. We are not some experts who read some books and did this. All of our children have done this journey. We've worked with them. We had an amazing, you can say, uh, journey with them as their co-passengers. As I was sharing at the beginning, my two children have not gone to school, not gone to college, no 10th, 12th. They've absolutely enjoyed their life till now. My daughter is 27, my son is 21, just as an example. But there are so many of us here with children who are at different ages and doing this journey, which is where we have the deep program also group, where with this group you do your journey of learning with the child. That's again online for you as parents. I'll give you the link of deep also. Just give me a moment. That is especially suitable for people with younger child, who want to work with the child at home, whether the child goes to school, whether you want to do homeschooling, unschooling, that's your choice.
Sorry, can you please repeat? Deep program is for like what purpose? Deep program is for what purpose?
Deep is not a program, Deep is a cohort, a group of parents. It's
Okay.
like a membership, and then you take it up for a year, and all the families meet every week. We explore some aspects of child's learning, development. We all grow together, helping each other, supporting each other, because each family has different ideas. So we become
Mm-hmm.
richer through different ideas. And obviously, we all are there as a back as the mentors of that program, who are there to support you in that journey based on our very wide experience. As I was telling you, all of us here have done years of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we do not have any qualifications. Our only uh, reason to be here is our journeys with our own children, and having worked with so many children through this kind of a child-based education.
I think the main, as a parent, we are afraid to open learning because we think that we have sent the children to school, so our part is done. Now they will learn, our part is done. But in open learning, we think that oh, we have not sent them our children to school,
Mhm.
so now it's our responsibility that they are learning properly or not.
No, 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 no. That is, in fact, it should be the third way. It should be that we all together we learn as a team. We are co-passengers. We are in this journey. Education is not about some 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Education is throughout the life,
Yes,
right? We are all learning, and we are all learning together. Believe me, Arpana, you will learn more than probably your child. Not like more as in quantity. You will say, wow, I could
yes,
enjoy this beautiful journey. I have given birth to a child. For what purpose? Right? The purpose
yes.
is to enjoy. The purpose is to have the joy of living a life together. Yes, at
Yeah,
some
right.
point they will move ahead in their life. They will and you will move ahead.
Uh, Ratnesh, your voice is breaking actually. Not able to hear.
And we will move on to what is that we are here to enjoy this particular part. So that's okay. So that's okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The world has done it like that. The world is still doing like that, and there is nothing wrong or right about it. If you like that, you do like that education. But if you
Mm,
enjoy this way, if you say, I want to enjoy with my child as much as my child wants to enjoy with me, and together we'll do this journey, then there is so much more to education and to life. That's why we call it life education, where education comes secondary, living comes first.
yeah,
And we are living together. You are a family with your child and your other family members, and that's the beauty of that. If you start thinking of that as the education, then there is no limits. It's
yeah,
unlimited.
yeah, that's lovely.
Okay, so let me pause here. Yeah, um, still inviting people who have not asked any questions. If you have, you can reach out. I have shared again the WhatsApp number. You will probably have the number. You can reach out. You can join again next Saturday, or you can reach out to me and we can discuss more if you have specific questions which you could not ask here. Yeah. So thank you for now. Have a nice weekend and stay connected. And there are many, many ways in which we can um, support you based on our experiences, based on our learnings from children. Um, and yeah, let's stay connected and see how we can make your life amazing, as in your life with your children amazing, and education amazing. And at the same time, you can also value add to so many other parents. Yeah, and children. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. And
Yeah,
stay connected.
yeah. Thank you so much, Ratnesh.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Yeah. Bye bye.